On January 17, 2025, the highest court in the land delivered a verdict that will reshape the social media landscape. The Supreme Court, in a unanimous decision, upheld a federal law. This law demands a drastic measure. ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, must sell its U.S. operations. If not, the wildly popular video-sharing app faces a complete ban within the United States. This ruling marks a pivotal moment in the ongoing debate over national security and the influence of foreign tech companies. The clock is ticking. The ban, if enacted, is set to take effect on Sunday, January 19, 2025. This impending deadline has sent shockwaves through the tech industry, leaving millions of users and content creators in a state of uncertainty. The court's decision, while significant, is only the latest chapter in a saga that has been brewing for years. This legal battle has its roots in concerns over TikTok's data collection practices and its ties to the Chinese government. The app's meteoric rise in popularity, particularly among younger demographics, has amplified these concerns. Lawmakers and regulators have raised alarm bells, suggesting that the app's vast user data could potentially fall into the wrong hands, posing a significant risk to national security. As the deadline looms, all eyes are on ByteDance and the incoming Trump administration. The fate of TikTok in the US hangs in the balance, with far-reaching implications for the future of social media and the delicate dance between national security and individual liberties. The coming days will determine whether TikTok can secure a lifeline, or if it will become another casualty in the escalating tensions between the US and China. The Supreme Court's decision to uphold the TikTok ban wasn't made in a vacuum. At the heart of this legal battle lies a fundamental concern: national security. The Biden administration, which played a key role in enacting the law, has repeatedly argued that TikTok poses a grave threat. Their argument hinges on the potential for data misuse, with the Chinese government looming large in the background. The court's opinion echoed these concerns, acknowledging the seriousness of the issue. They cited concerns about data practices and the inherent tension between TikTok's relationship with China and the protection of US user data. While the court stopped short of declaring TikTok an imminent threat, their decision clearly indicates a deep unease with the app's potential for misuse. This case highlights a growing global concern over the power and reach of social media platforms, particularly those with ties to foreign governments. The debate over data privacy, online security, and the potential for foreign influence has reached a fever pitch. TikTok, with its massive user base and Chinese ownership, has found itself at the epicenter of this storm. The court's decision, while focused on TikTok, has far-reaching implications for other tech companies operating within the US. It sets a precedent for future cases involving foreign-owned platforms and raises questions about the delicate balance between national security and the free flow of information in the digital age. The ramifications of this ruling will continue to reverberate throughout the tech industry for years to come. The TikTok saga is a uniquely American story, unfolding across two administrations with starkly different approaches to China and technology. It began under the Biden administration, which, despite its focus on international diplomacy, found itself increasingly wary of TikTok's potential for data exploitation. This unease, shared by both Democrats and Republicans, culminated in the bipartisan passage of the law requiring ByteDance to divest from TikTok's US operations. However, the final act of this drama is now in the hands of the incoming Trump administration. Known for his hardline stance on China and his unpredictable approach to governance, Trump's decision on the ban carries immense weight. He has already engaged in discussions with Chinese President Xi Jinping regarding TikTok, leaving the world guessing about his intentions. Adding to the intrigue, the Biden administration, in a surprising move, has indicated it will not enforce the ban on Sunday, Biden's last full day in office. This deferral places the onus squarely on the Trump administration, leaving TikTok in a state of suspended animation. The incoming administration now faces a complex choice: enforce the ban, potentially exacerbating tensions with China and alienating millions of users, or negotiate a different path forward. The TikTok case has exposed the intricate web of politics, technology, and national security that defines our modern world. It underscores the challenges of regulating global tech giants while navigating the complexities of international relations. As the world awaits Trump's decision, one thing is clear: the future of TikTok is inextricably linked to the future of US-China relations. While the legal battles rage on in the hallowed halls of government, millions of Americans are left wondering what happens to my TikTok. The answer, as of now, remains frustratingly unclear. Existing users will retain access to the app, at least initially. However, the ban, if enacted, will effectively slam the door shut on new downloads and updates. Over time, this digital quarantine will render the app increasingly unusable, like a digital ghost town. This uncertainty has hit TikTok's vibrant community of content creators particularly hard. For many, the platform is more than just an app. It's a source of income, a creative outlet, and a community. The potential loss of TikTok represents a significant blow, forcing them to scramble for alternative platforms and rebuild their audiences. Despite the looming threat, TikTok CEO Shou Chu remains hopeful, expressing gratitude towards President-elect Trump for his willingness to keep the app available. Whether this optimism is well-founded remains to be seen. The coming days will be crucial for TikTok as it navigates this unprecedented situation. One potential lifeline for TikTok is a sale of its U.S. operations to an American company. This move, while complex and potentially costly, could appease national security concerns while allowing the platform to continue operating. Numerous potential buyers have been floated, from investors like former Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin to billionaire Frank McCourt. As the clock ticks down to the ban's deadline, TikTok finds itself at a crossroads. Its fate hangs in the balance, caught between the geopolitical ambitions of two superpowers and the everyday lives of millions of users. The coming days will determine whether TikTok can dance its way out of this predicament, or if it will become yet another casualty in the escalating tech war between the US and China.